My name's Noe Elias Sosa Rodriguez, and this is my body story about my relationship with myself and my family. I was born on May 22nd, 2003 in El Salvador, Sultan. I come from a very religious, cultural, Hispanic, Latino background. After being born in El Salvador, we migrated to the United States, and that posed a couple cultural issues since my parents were raised in the El Salvadorian Civil War. There was a bunch of conflict and trauma that came with that, and they had to raise children dealing with that trauma also. When I grew up, my dad always made us cut our hair super short. Like, my sister wasn't allowed to cut her hair because like women are supposed to have their hair long in Latin cultures, and men are supposed to. I had my head like shaved down to the scalp. Like, sometimes it was like no head, or sometimes. We always got our hair cut after church, and typically on the way home, like my dad would like drive past this gas station where we would get our haircuts. And then like whenever we turned to the gas station, I was like, damn it, like I gotta get a haircut now, and then whatever. And I was a kid, like I couldn't really like give my thoughts because my dad was always making the decision of like what to cut, and because the barber never asked me, was like, how do you want it cut or something. Now I think my hair has like been the longest it's ever been. Every time I get like a FaceTime or face call, I always put my hair up in like a ponytail or bun or hide or something, so he thinks that he doesn't know how long my hair is. But one day I know that he'll visit, and I'll have to hide my pierced ears, and I'll have to cut my hair, and I'll have to, or maybe I won't, or maybe I'll just have a conversation with him about it. And I'm also very annoyed that I don't speak up for myself. And every time he brings that up, I was like, do you have a girlfriend? I was like, no, dad, I'm gay, blah, blah, blah. And I'm also very annoyed that once I do have a boyfriend or a partner, I won't be able to show them, I won't be able to like introduce them to my parents, because there'll be this disgust, I feel like, in their face, or something. I would fully know that they wouldn't fully accept it, which is the worst feeling in the world. When I came out to my parents, my dad set up like ground rules. He was like, nope, you're not allowed to have guy friends at all anymore, which I didn't understand because I had guy friends before, and like they were over all the time. We were just friends, and it made me believe that like once I came out, that's when my parents think that that's when I became gay. They don't really understand the whole process that I had to go through. Like, as a kid, I had to deal with myself, and when I try to explain it, they just tend not to listen. So it's really like discouraging for the future with what they will have to say. Well, I'll have to say, and like how can I explain it to them? And like being here, I've realized being on my own is like I'm growing fast. And as a kid, I feel like I was focused more on how, not necessarily like not fear for my life, but like how to survive instead of how to live. Which I feel like that's what a lot of people are still doing, just trying to survive, because my parents like grew me up they raised me to survive instead of live, and I'm sure everyone wants to live without having the burden of like the real world, which is something that I tend to ignore a lot. But it still nips me in the butt, and it reminds me like I have priorities still. I have things I gotta do. But for the most part, I try to enjoy life and try to take it slow instead of having to focus on things that won't matter in the end because I'm still in the very beginning of my life.